do you think the government needs to dial back on this and come up with a more rational set of measures where anti-evasion, and we can't argue against the taxman clamping down on evasion, where it's a balance, because you know it's going to make life tedious for a significant set of people.
Yeah. So Siddharth, very simple. Anti-evasion is something which I would actually support 100%. The point is really a 5% was an anti-evasion measure, and then it's for the government to track and go back to the taxpayers' returns to say whether or not this was accounted. To just track it, you don't need 20%. There is a TCS, for example, on sale of cars. You have a small little thing, and thereafter the government can monitor whether the car was purchased from accounted money or not. To monitor, to be anti-avoidance, you don't need 20% TCS. 5% is absolutely sufficient.
Yeah, and I kind of get the sense that when you increase it 4 times, you are clearly also looking at it as a revenue measure, and at least I haven't seen data. Perhaps if you could dwell on it, whether the overall sum of transactions in value terms is significant enough, because credit cards as a total percentage are pretty minuscule, and within that those that might be used for international are even lesser, Dinesh. I mean, those numbers are very, very small. So is there an eye that the taxman has on revenue, and they usually give out such numbers which in this case have not been given?
So there is some measure of expenditure available on foreign travel, and that's a larger number. And through the years, it has grown from 16% to 16 billion to 21 billion to now 24 billion. Now, if that's the money, $24 billion is the money which is spent on foreign travel, and you take 20% of it, the math is very simple. You're looking at $4 to $5 billion being collected. And that's the challenge. That's the challenge. You cannot be charging such monies, because you might make travel totally unaffordable for people who really cannot wait to either set off that money against their advance tax liability or to get a refund at a later date.
So just, and I am repeating this point because this is clearly a headline number that I haven't seen in most reportage on this subject. What you are saying, give or take a few, is that the government stands to realize $4 to $5 billion on account of these changes?
So it will be actually 3/4 of that, because 5% was already there. Now we're moving to 20. But yes, you're very right. We are looking at numbers which are fairly astronomical. Just on one aspect, credit card spend, there is no really record. And while you may think it's small, I don't think it is small at all. We all travel overseas. We all use credit card. And again, this breakup of what's official, what is business, personal, is going to be a big challenge.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.